Hello everybody, welcome to the presentation on the future tense. This is a random picture of Oprah Winfrey looking excited. I have no idea how that got there. So before we continue, we have to know what a tense is. Basically, tense means time. We talk about time in the past, in the present, and in the future. But that doesn't mean there are only three tenses. You have several forms of the past tense. Turns out you only have one form of the present tense, and then there are two forms of the future tense. Let's take a look. In the past tense, these tenses exist both in English and in Latin. I ate is the simple past. I was eating is called the imperfect. I have eaten is called the perfect, and I had eaten is the pluperfect. They're all the past tense, but they all look at the past with a slightly different perspective. In the present tense, you could say, I eat, or I am eating. It's the exact same thing, and both are considered the present tense. And lastly, the future tense, I will eat. The word will indicates the future. I will eat. It means I have a plan to do so in the future. I have not done it yet. There's also something called the future perfect, where I will have eaten by some point in the future that will be completed, but it isn't yet. That's called the future perfect. So does anybody know what you get if you shave an alpaca? The answer is Taylor Lautner. Here's the proof. Before, after, using a Gillette Fusion. Bet you didn't know that. Let's review really quickly how to form the present tense verb. If you recall, you use the second principal part. Here's the first, second, third, and fourth principal parts. You take the second principal part, as it states down here, second principal part, and then we subtract the RE. So let's take off the RE, and there's our stem, voca. So we add voca, and then we add our endings, OST, mustis, NT. But of course, vocao sounds funny, so we just make it voco. And we all remember how to do that. It turns out that to form the future tense in Latin, you do the exact same thing. Here's voco, vocare, vocavi, vocatus, which means to call, by the way. Notice you don't even need to know what the word means in order to conjugate it. So we take the second principal part, and we take off the RE. There it is, voca. That's our root. But now we add different endings. We use the future endings, and these are them. Bo, bis, bit, bimus, bitis, bunt. Notice the O is present just like in the present tense. So is the T, and the S, and the T, and the mus, and the tis, and the NT. But what's new is the B sound. B, bi, 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 bu. Bo, bis, bit, bimus, bitis, bunt. Those are the future endings. Well, how do we remember the endings? That is a good question. We need to remember those endings, and this little trick might help you. So this dog's name is Bo Bis. That's his first name is Bo, and his second name is Bis, Bo Bis. And this poor guy in the striped shirt, his name is Bimus. This guy here, Bimus. Here are the endings. Bo, bis, bit, bimus, bitis, bunt. And how this picture will help you is that, well, hey, you know Bo Bis? He bit Bimus. Where did he bite him? Well, he bitis bunt. Get it? Bo Bis bit Bimus in the bunt. He bit his bunt. Bo Bis bit Bimus bit his bunt. If that helps you, wonderful. If you still don't get it and it confuses you, well, maybe you can come see me for some extra help. I don't think I can explain this. All right, now let's do an example. Okay, so what do we got? Amo, amare, amavi, amatus. We all know that that means to love. And we go to the second principal part, to find our root, we take off the RE, and there's our root. Ama, 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 and ama. And now we add our future endings. Remember bo, bis, bit, bimus, bitties, bunt? So we just go ama bo, ama bis, ama bit, ama bimus, ama bitis, and ama bunt. Amabo means I will love. You will love is amabis. Amabit is he, she, it will love. We will love, amabimus. Y'all will love, amabitis. And they will love, amabunt. Here are two sentences, one with the present tense and one with the future tense. Let's take a look. Here we have the verb at the end, not unusual, and it's from the verb portare, which means to carry, and it has the ending bunt. So this is our third person plural future ending. And so how are we going to translate that? They will carry. They will carry. Okay, well, what will they carry? Well, they're going to carry something in the accusative case because it takes a direct object, This is a second declension noun. Is accusative. This is my direct object, do. So they will carry food. Chibum. Kras means tomorrow. Ad silvam. Ad plus the ablative, to the forest. So they will carry food tomorrow to the forest. Down here we have a present tense ending. Here we have spectamus. Notice it's not spectabimus. That would be the future. So this is first person, plural. So it means we see or look at. We look at. Okay, so not we will look at, because it's not the future ending, it's just the present tense ending. So what does this mean? Now we look at the carriage or the cart or the wagon of the queen. That's supposed to say something else. Regine. Sorry, that T should be a G. I thought this boy looked strange. I don't know. It looked like he just found out that his own face is a Horcrux from Harry Potter or something. I want you to caption this photo. What is this baby thinking? The end.